to cut everybody off. Like that.
Bro, I told you. I don't think. Right. That's wild, bro.
Where are we coming up with these questions? Orgy going on? My man said he's a show.
She aged like cheese.
You got
Speak on it, brother. Speak on it.
Practically become Bruce Wayne.
What we gotta do, Mika?
Push the goddamn button, man.
What up? What's going on? Oof.
What's up, TV land?
Man. Oof. All right. Making sure I got my buttons in order and everything. So we good to go. We good to go. So today, we are reviewing Predator Badlands. This movie dropped towards the end of last year, I believe.
Like the first week of November.
Yeah, in the last year. There was actually two Predator movies last year. One was the animated Killers, and the other one was this movie, Predator Badlands. Stayed in the movies for a little bit to mix reviews. So I don't know what the final Rotten Tomatoes score was on it, but it was an interesting watch. I think that it was an 86 on Rotten Tomatoes, actually. I think that the Alien Predator combination is still working in certain aspects. I still don't think that they perfected it as much as they want to, but they're not gonna let it go. So they're gonna keep going. So before we get to that, let's go ahead and introduce the show. What's up, everybody? We'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Popcorn in Your Beer podcast. I'm your host, Rashad, aka this movie, a lot of daddy issues.
And last but not least, I am the king of my week, aka I can't feel my legs.
Hey, Bubba, they're not dead. Oh man! Hey, shout out to Major Payne.
Yep, we're back.
Shout out to Major Payne. Oh man!
Anyway, oh my goodness.
So I'm gonna go ahead and drop the quick synopsis on this movie. Predator Badlands takes the franchise in a daring new direction, shifting away from the familiar backgrounds and placing the story in a harsh, unforgiving environment known simply as the Badlands. This time, the story doesn't revolve solely around human prey. Instead, the film explores the predator species itself, its culture, hierarchy, and brutal code of honor. At the center of the story is a young Yacho, a warrior, an outcast amongst his own kind, because brother was short. They said, "Hey man, you too short to play on the court. Gotta go." But forced to survive on a dangerous world where strength alone is not enough. The Badlands are The Badlands are hostile, vast, and alive with threats. Survival means adapting, not just hunting as the predator navigates this terrain. The film introduces new creatures, unfamiliar rules, and a constant sense of vulnerability that flips the usual power dynamic of the franchise. Humans still play a role in Humans still play a role, but Badlands is just about the humans running from isn't just about the humans running from a monster. It's about what happens when the predator is stripped of status, technology, and certainty. The hunt becomes personal, honor is tested, and the line between hunter and prey begins to blur. Visually, the film leans heavily into atmosphere, a wide brutal landscape contrasted with intimate, savage combat. The action is deliberate, tense, and often quieter than expected, letting anticipation do much work as violence. Um, yeah. So, what would you say like your initial thoughts was? What's up, JJ?
My initial thoughts, um, I was anticipating this being a good movie because in most, I say 95% of all Predator movies, this was, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, the first one that was shot from the perspective of the actual Predator versus everything that rubs elbows and goes up against the Predator.
Yeah, yeah. So this would be the first
So,
Predator solely based Predator movie. Yes.
and that's what I liked the most about this movie, where it wasn't about getting away from the Predator, surviving the Predator, going head over the Predator, trying to kill the Predator. Like this was actually the Predator was the main character, and you get a look inside day to day of what it's like to be one of them.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's very realistic in the animal kingdom sense where if you're not fit to survive, your own will get rid of you. And you're put
That's
in
true.
position where you have to prove yourself to be a part of the pack, to be a part of the whatever your respective animal group is called. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? And it reminds you just how cutthroat the animal kingdom really is and how cutthroat surviving in the wild really is.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Where if you are deemed as if you slowing the program down, if you not, you know what I'm saying, if you the weakest link, they will get rid of you and not lose no sleep over it.
Yeah.
So to have that aspect of this movie, it kind of had a Lion King feel where, you know what I'm saying, he meets up with Thea and then he brings the little pet thing along. Then it's like he's just making these unconventional friends that are helping him along the way in this place that he's never been before. Kind of gave them that Timon and Pumbaa feel. And
Hmm.
then it's another movie I was able to relate this to. I mean, it kind of had a Tarzan feel, but well, not so much a Tarzan feel because he didn't have to learn the jungle like this. But I mean, it was a couple of movies that it gave me a feel of as I was watching it, and that's what made it good for me. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. So I absolutely agree with you on the fact that they did have the Yautja be the focal point of this because they haven't been. So like this is your first time actually seeing what it's like from the predator's viewpoint on life. So it's like the way that we always look at it, we're the prey watching these movies a lot of times. We're not watching it from the predator's like viewpoint. And the only thing I would say I did have a problem with was the finding friends thing because I feel like they took that they added that human element to it because to me that was not in the Yautja way. You know what I'm saying? Like they teamed up to hunt. They didn't team up to survive. You know, so in a sense, it's gonna sound kind of dark, but his dad was right. Like his dad wasn't wrong. Like
Not at all.
like his dad wasn't wrong. He was the weakest link, and they do cold, they're weak. So from that standpoint of the movie, I will say that part I felt was a little weak. I did like the adventure. I did like the whole buddy cop thing. That part I was able to get into, and I was like, oh, it's kind of the jokes are funny. Like when she's getting her legs fixed, and then like the machine gets knocked over while she legs fixed.
Her download was at 97%.
Bro, I was like,
and somebody stepped on the Wi-Fi cord.
I just knew it was gonna happen though. I knew it was gonna happen.
I was like,
I was waiting for it to happen. I knew it was gonna happen. But with me enjoying, like I enjoyed the movie. But I will say like that part, I wish they wouldn't have really leaned more into. I wish we would have leaned more into him having to figure more things out on his own. Because he did have a lot of help. He had a lot of help. And like in the Predator world, you don't get participation trophies. Bro, you either got it or you don't. His pops was like, when his brother was like, yeah, man, he gonna get it, man. He just, what I'm saying, he about to go to the he got what he gonna get the little thing from the planet. You know what I'm saying? He gonna take care of that because what I'm saying, he ain't scared. He's scared. He ain't scared. He ain't no chump. He gonna go get it. His boss was like,
Pops was not trying to hear that shit.
I feel you and all, but I need you to go ahead and kill him right now. I need you take him out. I don't want to hear no more. So in Predator opinion, if I was watching this from a Predator mindset, his dad was right. But in the watching it from a human aspect, you understand that that's not how things work. People can grow and develop different skills and find a different way to get it done. But when you looking at it from a predator's eyes, hey bro, you either got it or you don't. You either getting these marks, you know what I'm saying, and you gotta kamikaze it. That's how they look at it. If I lose, we all lose. It's like yeah. So, but I also didn't understand that from his dad's point of view. Like if he's going to take care of what was the creature? The creature, it was something callous. So if he's going to take care of this creature, and you think that the creature is going to take him out of the game, why not just let him go?
Exactly.
If he was going to leave anyway,
like you know what, I could kill you right now for being a mark.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're foolish enough to try to kill something, first of all, they can't be killed. And we done already lost hella niggas to this monster.
Mm-hmm.
Because apparently this is the top dog.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing on the planet can fuck with this nigga. Like that entire planet belongs to him.
Correct.
And not having enough information going into it really created like the lore around it. Like this must be a bad motherfucker. And then Thea is like, I know why you here. I can take you there. And then the closer they get to finding it, and she was like, "Oh, you want that to be your trophy? I'm gonna let you know right now, you can't kill it."
But let me tell you why she pissed me off. You ever been driving with somebody, right? And you driving them somewhere, and they tell you passed something. Oh, you supposed to turn back there, bro.
You know where I'm going. I don't. So how you make me miss a turn when you supposed?
This man walking.
You live here. I don't live here.
He getting ready to walk through the blades of grass. She like,
I forgot.
You might want to be careful about that because those are razor sharp. They'll cut you up. When was you gonna let this information be known to me?
I'm talking about this man was like mid-step, and she was like, "Wait."
How about this? How about you run down a list? just give just give me the list of everything that I need to know. Because if we going in that direction, let me know. Hey, look, man, you're gonna go up here by this Burger King. You're gonna make a left. Once you get past that Burger King, you know what I'm saying, there's gonna be a homeless man. He's gonna be selling boiled peanuts. You gotta make a U-turn from where he at, and then turn around and go right, and then take it all the way down when you get to the stop sign. Then you get to the stop sign, you're gonna make another left, and then when you go all the way down to the end, then you're gonna come up 3/4 of the way. You're gonna stop for a second because it's a little because the kids be running out in the street, and then you're gonna go again. No, she waited every time that man got to a new obstacle. Then she wanted to tell him what was going on.
Because that first obstacle, I was like, I don't know how you finna make it out of this.
Like, bruh.
Like you're getting jumped, you're outnumbered. Like no matter how much you slice and dice, like they just keep coming. And he
Mhm.
finally smart enough to realize I really just got to get out of here altogether.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Because what am I gonna do? I'm gonna
Yeah,
run out of weapons. I'm gonna get tired.
yeah. My arms hurt, my legs hurt, I'm tired.
The trees is gonna keep on coming.
Yeah, I just gotta go. So yeah, like that part was definitely a thing. I was like, man, she would have made me so mad. And then she so happy lolly the whole time, singing songs and stuff. I said, bro,
Whole
hey,
time it's a
hey,
goddamn
hey, get on my
House of
back.
Dragon motherfucker just flying around, and she seen him. She's like, "Oh no, this is not gonna be good for you. Because if you set
Uh,
off one of these plants, you're gonna be paralyzed, and when you're paralyzed, that motherfucker coming down here to eat."
I was just like, so you know all this, and somehow your legs. How did you get out here? Did they explain how she got all the way out there?
No, and how are you? And how are you trapped? Like the dragon tied you down and trapped you like that? Like how did
That's
you? You
yeah.
were
I don't think
restrained.
they. Yeah, I don't think they ever explained how she got up there like that. Somebody tied her up,
Had to,
and
because the dragon ain't doing that.
was I guess was it her quote unquote sister?
Yeah, from the company.
Yeah, I don't know how she got up there, but she got up there and she was up there stranded, and she's just.
Downloaded this man's language and started talking to
But she talking in English. I will say, with the amount of anime I watched, this was an easier watch than it would be for most. Because if you don't watch anime on sub, you gotta read everything unless you know Yacha. If you know Yacha, I mean, hey, by all means, but hey, spill it out. But you're gonna be doing some reading. And that
him.
was the other thing that I wondered about this movie, like with them focusing on the Yautja, like were they gonna do it where the Yautja was actually speaking English, or were they gonna do it where he was speaking in Yautja? And I'm happy that they chose to do it that way because I feel like it would have taken away from the experience if they spoke because you've never heard a predator speak English before. Like,
Nah, I'm like just like you said. I'm glad they left it that way. Like he speaks his own native language, and he just
mhm.
understands that this is a robot that can understand me and communicate with me, so
Correct.
that you know what I'm saying. So we can this can
Mhm.
be a transactional situation. I'm here for a reason. Just tell me where I need to go, and then you can go on about your business.
Yeah, it's not a movie you can look away from. Like you have to pay attention to it because of it being partially subtitled. I think they were scared to just leave. I think that's why they put the human element in there because I think they were scared to just leave it to where it's gonna be straight subtitles because they could have. I mean, they literally could have. Um, but I think you probably would have lost some people that
Oh
had to
yeah,
read the whole
no,
time.
100% sub. Nah.
Yeah, you would have probably lost some people. But what was your favorite scene in it?
Oh, let me see. My favorite scene. My favorite scene. favorite scene, one of them was, and as goofy as this shit looked, watching it in real time, her legs walking to, like, her legs used GPS to get back to the top half, and the legs was whooping everybody's ass and doing wrestling moves and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
I
like,
get, yeah,
she better not lose them legs this time.
yeah. I definitely give you that one. That was
Uh,
hilarious.
when Deck finally got to go head up with the callus,
Hmm.
and every time it seemed like it started getting a leg up, like it cut his tail off, the tail grew back. Cut the head off. The
Yeah.
head pulled the T-1000, and then that's when he realized this is what she meant when she said, "I can't kill you," because it's going to
Hmm.
regenerate like the Wolverine, and
Every
even
single
if I'm colder than you in combat, you're unkillable.
time. Right. Essentially, he should have won. Like if it wasn't for that healing factor, he should have won.
That monster being so big and so scary and so dope, I want to say my favorite part of the movie was discovering that the little nigga belonged to the monster.
Hmm.
That's when I was like, okay, it changes my scope of the movie now, because it's no longer about going to kill this motherfucker.
Hmm.
Because the little nigga done saved me and got me out a couple jams, and now my whole outlook on the situation is different, because now I need to go rescue it, because potentially the little nigga saved me by spitting on me, because when his mother smelled me, at the
Hmm.
moment it could have took my life, it was like, hold up, I know that smell. You know what? You cool. You all right with me. You tried to kill me a couple times. You
But
cut
I'm
my
gonna let
head
you
off.
live.
I
I'm gonna let you live.
appreciate that.
I'm gonna let you live.
But I know that smell. I know where that smell came from. Hey, I ain't got no
Yeah.
more beef with you. We good. So
Yeah.
now Deck is like, you know what? Lady Thea, you get on my damn nerves. You talk too damn much. But you right. The little nigga marked me. That got me out of another jam, because you already rescued me from the four-legged whatever that giant monster trap
Yeah.
bug
Yeah.
looking thing was.
Bro, I don't know what that was.
You got me out of
It was
that jam.
big.
Then you just saved me from the baddest motherfucker on the entire planet. You know what? All right, I'm gonna hear you out. I'm gonna come back and get you. I'm gonna get you to your mama, cause I'm gonna stand on business. You
Hmm.
did your thing. I got to pay you back. That was my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was dope. It was like you said, it was cheesy, but it was funny where like the creature was mocking him. Or the little creature was mocking him when he was yawning and stuff, and then he yelled.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. Um Man, the fight scenes in this were really dope. You I love watching the Predator fight scenes because it be going ham. Like one of my favorite Predator fight scenes ever is when he's fighting in the tall grass with the Asian guy with the sword, and like they going at it in hand to hand combat. And this had one of those moments in it where they were using like those electric swords, which honestly I get it. It's a dumb concept. It's dumb. It's so the reason why I say that. It just looked like it takes too long to do what it is you got to do. And why are their weapons always so easily like you can break them? You can really break the predator weapons. Like I don't know what type of materials they use, but they weapons are very weak. Because he got the little thing that he grabbed it and broke it. I was like, what kind of weapon is that? If you could just grab it and break it over the shoulder. Um, but that initial fight scene with the big creature, with the big monster. Yeah, that was actually insane because my man was getting it in. Like he was legit like slicing everything up. So um I definitely enjoyed this. Like I said, aside from that part where I just felt like they should have just left it straight Yautja. Um, I actually enjoyed it. I would assume that Deck is like your favorite character in the movie. I'm assuming.
By default,
Yeah.
because I mean, start of the movie, he was Lenny from Shark Tale. Then he went from Lenny from Shark Tale to being Simba from The Lion King. Then he went from Simba to goddamn Georgia the Jungle. So I mean, there was a lot of character development.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Um, I knew once we met Thea's evil twin sister, she was gonna be a bad motherfucker. Uh,
Yeah, yeah. I knew she was gonna be evil though. I knew she was gonna be evil.
yeah. And then there was a sense of betrayal. Like, okay, this whole time you've been using me to get to your sister, and now it's looking like y'all
Mm.
planning on capturing me and the Callus. You know what I'm saying? He was like Tupac when he got shot. Like, I don't trust none of you niggas now.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
feel me? So sis was bad. The one thing about her army I didn't like was they all looked like they were all the same nigga.
Well, yeah, they synthetics from the Whaling
There,
Corps.
there was no
So
diversity in the synthetics.
yeah, no, no,
But
no.
even at a point where he felt like he was betrayed by Thea, he was able to use her knowledge of all of the surroundings on the planet
Hmm.
really to really gear himself up for this final push, as far as like knowing what the animals like to eat, knowing the side effects of all the plants, knowing where to go, where not to go, how to use things to his advantage, like the little things, like the little eel looking thing that he took with him, and then
Yeah,
the way he planted the plants on the wall to use the little eel thing to trigger it to, like, he really became super resourceful.
the
And as
Blazer
much as he
crafted.
wanted, to crash out on Thea, it's like I wouldn't have gotten here without her, low key,
Right,
because she really taught me the laws of the land on this planet and how to move around and how to survive and how to use this shit to my advantage. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So it was cool how all that shit came together in the end. And then Twin, I lost respect for Twin when she jumped inside that big ass robot. Because I'm like, if you was that cold, you wouldn't. Nah, you had to go get Big Bertha. Nah,
Yeah, yeah. She went to go
I,
get
I'm
Big
now
Bird.
now I'm waiting for you to get packed up.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
the fear that I had of Deck pulling up on the Callus for the first time was far greater than when Tessa got in Big Bertha. I was like,
oh yeah, no, he was gonna cook that.
I want you to get packed up.
Yeah, he was gonna cook that. He was gonna cook that regardless, because yeah, the callus, it had the advantage of being like a really dope uh creature, and like the regenerative uh like skill that it had. So you cut his head off, okay, I'm gonna come back, you know because Deck thought he won. He was like, man, that was it. That was all I had to do. Man, my pop's weak, bro.
Callus was like,
Don't worry about it.
hold,
Just
hold that thought, young blood.
hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right there.
Let me just put myself back together.
Yeah.
Get back to putting
Um,
belt to your ass.
I did like the fight between him and his pops in the end. I felt like that was full circle. That was definitely full circle for him. And then having the baby creature of the creature he couldn't defeat. Then come get him. I just only thing I say I wish he would have just kept a mask on the whole time. It's just somebody they some ugly creatures. The mask make them
And
look so much cooler.
Pops didn't have the same Debo factor to me in this movie. Like, I mean, of course, you can make him look extremely unfuckwittable in a animated version, because in Killer of Killers, the head predator looked
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
like he had like a Shao Kahn like complex.
Mm-hmm.
Like, ain't that one on one? Ain't none of y'all messing with this man. Like, this is like early 2000 Lakers Shaq. Like, there's nothing you could do with this man. And Pops had that aura in this movie, just not as much as I would have
Mm-hmm.
expected.
I mean, at
You know
first
what
he
I'm
did. Like the
saying?
first fight where he fought the first son. I was just like, the first son got packed up that fast? But you worried about Deck? I said, dang. He packed the first son up like it wasn't nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
I said, okay, well, yeah. But that's a thing that they I will say the Yautja have going on in the comics as well, because they have a comic out, or they had a comic out where it was Black Panther versus Predator, or Predator versus Black Panther, where he went to Wakanda. Well, one of the sons, because he was trying to prove, to his father that he was he can get a good kill. He went to Wakanda to basically steal vibranium, because they found out the powers of vibranium. And it kind of was the same along this way, except you don't really you're not viewing it from the predator's point of view. You viewing it from the Wakandan point of view, but you know what the predator's there for. So this one, I think it had a lot more. We're here for the predator, and it's up to us if we want to cheer him on or not. But he is the main character of this movie. So yeah, I enjoyed it, man. I give it a 3.5 out of 5.
Like was that thing, I give it a 3.5, 4
Yeah,
max. But yeah,
yeah,
I really enjoyed this, man. This was a good movie. This is definitely a great start to the year, even though it was last year. But I mean, I think it's the best movie that we've reviewed this year so far.
I agree. I agree. Well, I don't know. The rip to me
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
I will put the rip above this. Um, Even though the rip had flaws too, but I would definitely put the rip above this.
But yeah, I get this a solid 3.5.
Yeah, I definitely give it a 3.5. So going forward for a little while, we're only going to be doing Sunday shows. Just for the meanwhile, while we get everything situated, but we will work out the details for that and get y'all um all the information that we can. I know there's some movies out that just came out right now. Um, there's a few movies that are on streaming right now. If you do have any suggestions or movies that y'all want us to talk about, you can always hit us up on the Discord. I know Mo is extremely active on there. You can hit us up on Instagram, Twitter, MySpace, Facebook. No, hit us up on MySpace, Facebook. If you got us on MySpace, somebody is wild. But
Need to
but
be medically evaluated.
yeah. Nah. But no. Definitely let us know what y'all thought about the movie in the comments. What is your favorite Predator movie? What is your favorite Predator moment? Let us know in the comments. And as always, thank y'all for joining us right here on the Popcorn in Your Beard podcast. I've been your host, Rashad.
And last but not least, I am the King MOE. Shout out to our co-host who could not be here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are here in spirit. We're gonna hold it down the best we can until we can get this train back on the right track. Stay tuned for more developments and more upcoming reviews and things of that nature. I got a game night in the clip for whenever that is needed. So, you know what I'm saying? You just never know what's gonna happen, man. We started the year off slow, but it ain't about how you started, but how you finish. So
That's
just
facts.
continue to bear with us and continue to, you know what I'm saying, just keep in contact, and we'll try to keep y'all as informed as possible.
That's crazy because sometimes like we'll start the year fast and then we'll end it slow. So maybe this is a reverse. We'll
So
figure that
hey,
part
hey,
out.
hey, you know what I'm
We
saying?
might figure it out. Might figure it out. Also, shout out to Mika G. She is really doing her thing over there at Cinematic
Going
Nightmares. If
crazy.
you have not went over there and checked her out, please make sure you do so immediately. Once again, we love y'all, and we will catch y'all next time right here on the Popcorn in Your Beer podcast. Peace.
You should have told us.
To cut everybody off, like now.
But I told
Going on?
y'all don't think I'm right. That's wild, bro.
Where are we coming up with these questions? Orgy going on? My man, he's a show.
She aged like cheap.
You got
Speak on it, brother. Speak on it.
Practically become Bruce Wayne.
What we gotta do, Mika?
Push the goddamn button, man.